There we go. We're live. What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining us. We've got a nice little cozy setting today, and it's wifey. Look, it's wifey. It's been a long. How long since you've been actually on a video with me?
I think about a year.
It's been a bit.
I do think it's about a year.
You might have to sit forward or speak into the mic a little bit more because I've got a big old loud Larry voice, and you've got a little cutie white voice. So we sat in our garden, our kind of terracey bit. Still light outside. And it's just chilling. Thank you all for joining us. So I see we've got some people in the chat. We've got JMJ. Hey, Joe, how you doing in the chat? We've got Ali as well. A few more people watching, a few more people waiting. Do let us know. Do come and say hello and let us know who's on. Maybe you can man a chat. Will you be able to see that with your eyes? Or are you going to
I cannot see that.
You're going to be squinting at people.
I am literally... Since the last time, you know, when I used to squint like this, now I can't read it at all.
There might have to be the thumbnail. You just squinting at people like both of us. Should we do it together? Ready? Tell you what you can do. You can read the chat on your phone. So that's a little bit. That's a little bit close. Right, listen. We'll just wait for a few more, just a minute or two, for a few more people to join us, and then all will be revealed. Although if you're on my Facebook, you kind of already know. And no, it's not another baby. It's not another child. I believe you have to actually do it to get that. So we're married. I don't get anywhere near it.
I really hope my grandfather doesn't watch this. I really hope my grandfather doesn't watch this.
So we've also got Nick. Hey, Nikki, how are you? Good evening. Loving the hair. Thank you so much. Do you know what? So many people have asked me.
Me.
Your hair, loving your hair. Yeah. So many people have asked me about this, right? Like it's some big fashion statement. I like there's some big story behind it. There's absolutely no story behind the hair. Just literally, I suffer from eczema, as you probably can see, and it's been up for weeks and weeks and weeks, and it ends up on my head. It's not very sexy, by the way, and I end up scratching the life out of myself when I'm hot or when I'm stressed. So as it's getting warmer here now in Tenerife, I'm literally in bed of a night scratching in my sleep, and then I wake up in the morning and it's cut and weeping, and then I get scabby head. And then I end up taking the scabs off in the night, and then it's like weeping into my hair. So just at the end of the day, enough was enough. So I just took it all out. Like literally 3 or 4 days ago.
He does it once a year.
It was like bald, wasn't it, the other day? It was like bicked, razored, bald. And then it grows back so quick. So no bald patches. Look, no grey hairs. A few grey hairs around the side. But I'm doing all right for a man of my age in my position. Evening, Paul De Silva. Evening, Debbie. Even in Paola, have I got that right? Hi, Michael and Steph. Looking at moving to the island. Well, we'll have a chat about that. And she's doing the squint. She's doing the squint.
I don't want to be rude and keep looking at my phone.
We'll maybe talk about that in another video. I don't know if you're a British passport holder or otherwise. The name Paola suggests. Is it Paula or Paola? I can't see it. I'm squinting as well. But look, we'll talk about that another time because the whole Brexit rules have gone crazy. But listen, we've got a few more on now, mid-20 people, and we will try and interact. Nikki, I love you. Thank you so much. Saying I look younger. Yeah, just to finish that story, I just shaved it off because of my eczema, so it's clearing up a little bit now. Could get the creams at it. Plus, it's hot. Plus, it's a little bit cooler.
I'm sitting here in a cardigan.
Yeah, it wasn't really a fashion statement. So listen, now we've got a few on here now. Just look, as loads of you, most of you will know, the main reason for this page at the beginning was just during lockdown, just when we couldn't get out of our houses and we couldn't earn. So we did shows for you online, and so many of you were so kind and generous. And, we made a whole thing of it. We had a legendary New Year's Eve where you got really, really drunk and embarrassed yourself.
The amount of people that still remind me of that. And I said, technically, I wasn't there. That was drunk Steph. There's 2 personalities. There's sober Steph and drunk Steph. I don't remember her.
Well, that's quite sad. Just can I ask you a minute in the chat, because I've not even thought about this. Even in Ron, I've not even thought about this. I've moved the laptop from downstairs to out in our garden, and I don't know what the internet's like. So I'm seeing we've got like 1 bar of Wi-Fi. So
I could tell by my phone.
Is it like stuck?
Actually, no, it's
fine.
Is
it glitchy? No,
no.
Is it all right?
Well, not by my phone.
Do you look a wreck?
I always look a wreck.
Well, that's accurate then. But anyway, without further ado, this channel was mainly set up for keeping in touch with you, shows. Every now and then we do a little vlog. Sometimes we give you a little review of somewhere we've been, or ideas or conversations recently about Tenerife. But I am absolutely so proud. And tonight's tonight's video is mainly about Stephanie. It's mainly about wifey. So having been a devoting mother and wife for the last sort of 18 years, by the time you take the eldest and the pregnancy into it, she's not had a proper like a career. She put a career on hold to have the 4 babies that we got, which is a blessing. And I obviously do the shows, and she's kind of been just in the background supporting. And I know she meets so many of you at the shows in England, in Scotland, all over the place when you come here. When I'm on stage busy and working, she's a great host and whatever. But ultimately, now the kids are getting a little bit older. We've got 2 kids now, you know, in the sort of late teens that are starting to work. Lily is like approaching her teen years, and running the little boy. As they're getting older, it's getting easier, and we find ourselves with more time. So Stephanie has made the decision she's going to go back to work. Now, what she's going to do might actually appeal to some of you. She's actually just qualified to become a wedding celebrant. So she's going to specialize in doing that here in Tenerife. So she's going to be doing weddings, either here in Tenerife or anywhere in the world that you want to bring her over to, a lot like with my shows. She's going to be doing wedding vow renewals, if anyone fancies that. And it's going to be a little bit of a speciality for her here in Tenerife, as well as with me providing the entertainment. We're going to be doing packages and stuff. So if you know anybody that is getting married, thinking about getting married, has relations or kids about to get married, anybody, maybe this is your sign. Maybe this is the excuse for you to renew your wedding vows. Maybe here in the serene surroundings of Tenerife, this is the young lady to get you married. So thank you for the congratulatory messages on my Facebook.
I've loved them all. They've been beautiful. I've loved them all. And I was so happy when I passed. I was so proud of myself, because obviously when times have changed and stuff, you have to deal with culture, and some people want religious side of things. I'll try to stay away from the religious side of things, because I really don't want to step on. I don't want to mess that up. That's the last thing I ever want to do, is mess up someone's religion. And so, you know, you're dealing with different cultures. So when you deal with different cultures, for example, a Canarian person marrying an English person, and when they get married, they want their tradition with their tradition. And then it's my job to really take that on board and make that personal for them. You know, obviously some family members want that about their, you know, with their little boy or their little girl, or they're getting married.
So I don't know if you can do it now, the naming and stuff, when kids get named. Can you do that? Yeah, I don't know. I know you chose. Let us know what you think about this in the chat. She's chosen not to do the funeral services yet. So just let's roll it back to the beginning, though, because you've got lots of people congratulating you in the chat. And I just wanted to basically let people know the achievement, because I'm a really proud hubby. And also as a little advert, a little bit of marketing. You're going to be needed to start your business now. So in the next few days, you're going to be getting all your social media up and running. Your website is being made at the moment. Getting up and running. And I thought a great way to get your new venture out there is to speak to the lovely people on YouTube. But let's roll it right the way back again, and then we'll go through some of the messages. What's made you, after all these years of being a mum, not only go back into the workplace, but go into something new, go into celebrancy?
Honestly, I've been to so many weddings with you.
Yeah.
And I've seen so many weddings.
You do love a good wedding.
I love a wedding.
She loves a hat and a good cry.
I do. But it was one wedding that we witnessed, was that they made a boo-boo. And I was like, your only job is to find out what the groom and the bride's name were. And you made a boo-boo on that. And I was going, I don't know how someone could do that. So then I thought, no, I can do this. I've seen so many weddings. I love a wedding. I love watching a whole family come together. I've seen you've seen many fights.
Yeah. There'll be no fighting between Ron and Wanda in here, but I think Ron's going to ask Wanda to renew their vows and give you a call, have a chat with you.
That would be marvelous, absolutely marvelous. And you know, I thought that now it's time to do something that I do all the time with you. We've gone to Germany, we've gone to England, we've gone to
But
Scotland.
you're passionate about it.
And we've gone so many places, and I met so many amazing people. But I feel like I was always a Klingon to you, if I'm honest.
So that you feel like you need
Now
your
I feel
own
like
identity.
just literally watching that person up front marry the two people, and then afterwards you could sing, and I was like, oh my God, I'd love that so much.
The thing about it is, for a long time, you thought, and I don't think people think this of you, because you interact with people at the shows and people here in Tenerife more than I do, because I'm working.
You're on stage.
Yeah, but you know, you always think of yourself as you're just Michael Levy's wife, and I think that's really sad, because you already getting a lot of love in the chat, and I know a lot of people, you get on really well with people. You've got the added niche and the added advantage of what better place to get married in Tenerife, because we've got the setting,
beautiful
we know the island well, we know photographers, we know florists, you know,
makeup artists, hairstylists.
We might know an entertainer or two.
Yeah, more than that.
Yeah, but I think it is a lovely thing and a lovely opportunity for you to do something on your own. Let us know what you think. Do you know anybody who's getting married? Would you consider renewing your vows? Do you think that's appealing? If you were going to renew your vows, would you do it here in Tenerife with friends? You know, because
I'd like to redo our vows one day. I think because...
You mean together?
Maybe.
Right.
I think because after learning this course and the beauty that's involved with it, I mean, it's not like the way when we got married. There was literally just the register at front, and I can't remember anything she said. No. I don't remember, like, it was her job. She was very cold and clinical.
And I know I'm biased, but what makes her unique is she is very warm and very friendly with people. She is compassionate, you know, and you already had a lot of great feedback, because you don't just write off for a certificate. You've had to go through exams and tests and do mock ceremonies, and then eventually do ceremonies, recorded ceremonies, live ceremonies. Because like you said at the beginning, it's really important to get it right.
Oh, got to get it right. It's someone's big day.
Yeah.
It's so important. It's their big day.
I always feel like that when I've sung at millions, not dozens, thousands of weddings, when I get asked to sing their first dance song, and I always think, oh, if I mess this up,
I know what you mean.
It's their memories, it's on camera, so it's a pressurized job. But yeah, just take us through, just for background for people, sort of what you've kind of had to do to get to the point of qualification as you are now.
I've had to study the importance of the build-up of the day. I know it sounds daft, but the importance of making it about the bride and groom.
I'm just looking down at the chats. Go on.
No problem. And the way I want to see it is it's about them. It's about them. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not at all. It's not about their families. It's not, because when we got married, we don't even speak to half of the people that were at our wedding now. We don't even speak to them.
Things change. People change.
But what still is strong is me and Michael. And when we got married, for example, if someone would have said, I'm going to write these words about you. This is about your strength, your future. I hope you can remember this. Then I've had to learn that side of things, how to write a script.
We had set vows that we had to pick out of a book, whereas you have done things for gay couples, like lesbian couples. You've done things for someone who's a groom who's religious, devoutly religious, and a bride that's non-religious. So you've had to try and get that right. You've done ones for different cultural backgrounds.
There's also people that want to do different rituals in them. For example, Jewish people, when they get married, they stand on the glass. The breaking of the bottle, the breaking of the glass. It's a part of their tradition. Beautiful. And some people actually want to do different rituals in theirs as well. For example, people want to do pouring of the sand.
So I was I was waiting for an opportunity to
mention that,
transition,
because we had fun. Actually, you actually had fun with me learning about that.
So another service that Stephanie offers is there's wedding rituals. So if you know anyone who's getting married or you want to renew your vows, That's been really fascinating.
I've
So
loved
just I've got to stop rabbiting.
No, because I know
Well, just explain about the rituals and some of the symbolic during the ceremony.
symbolic elements.
Yeah, there's symbolic elements during the ceremony, depending what means something to you. Traditionally, it's a ring, isn't it? The passing, exchanging of the rings, which is like the eternal, everlasting circle of everlasting love. But there's other things. So just tell them about the sand one, about the hand fasting, about the shots one, and just
okay. I'll do the one with the wedding that I done.
Yeah.
So with the wedding, they wanted to do a symbolic element, a ritual. And I said, not a problem at all. What would you like to do? And they was like, we don't really know. We've seen the sand one where there were 2 women and she had 4 children. She had 2 children. No problem. They wanted to bring the family together. Loved that. And I said, why don't you try the sand? So everyone has, it's a beautiful bottle that I provide and different colour sands. And each child and the brides, they all pick what colour sand they want and they add it. And it builds up. And someone says a poem over the top or say something really sentimental. Oh my gosh. And by the end of it, you keep it. You keep this, and that's a part of your wedding day. That's a keepsake. You have a keepsake. But these women didn't want that. They didn't want that at all. They said they want something more sentimental, but something that they don't keep, something they can remember. So I said, no problem. What do you want? What do you like? And they went, we like to drink. I went,
I know a few people like that.
I was like, you like to drink? I was like, yeah, we want something alcoholic. And I was like, okay, but the children, they was like, we want the children involved. I was like, okay, if you give me a little while, I'll have a think on this. And it took me a little while, probably about 18 hours. And I thought, tequila, perfect tequila. So with the tequila, I described each of the little elements, the salt, the lemon, the tequila. So each one, I described it just before they were about to do it. And at the end, they all went cheers. And
so yeah, the certain elements, like the salt was representative of, I forget what you wrote, but representative of the flavour and the spice that this adds to your relationship.
The lemon was the zing and the zang that brings
zest,
everything. Yeah, the zest. And the tequila was the strength. That's the whole. And they went, I said, but with the children, I'm going to do sugar, lemon, and juice.
So the kids,
the babies didn't miss out.
Yeah.
They didn't miss out. So it was so lovely, and then everyone, wonderful.
But the sand one I really like, where you take away the little vial with sand with all the generations in the family or the people you want, the important people to you, give you that forever. You could wear it around your neck on a thing, you know, or have it as ornamental. And just quickly, just not to bore people because I don't know what they want to hear and what they don't. We explain about the hand fasting because these are really personal things that you can offer during ceremonies.
The hand fasting, you have different styles of hand fasting. You can have different rope, you can have ribbon, you can have anything like that. And with it, you have your own personal poem or your whatever you want to say to one another. And you can even do it while doing your vows. And you can say your vows to one another whilst I will connect you by a ribbon or rope or whatever you want. And it's a connection together.
You do get to take it off.
Oh my! You're leaving like that.
imagine going for a poo like that. Sorry. Lowering the tone in this lovely moment. But yeah,
I love learning about that. But my favorite one was the time capsule. That was my favorite one. And the time capsule one was you get some personal things of yours now and you write letters to one another for another 10 years time when you open up this box. And in 10 years time, you write your promises, your dreams, everything that you want to do. And you do not open it until X date
I
for
promise
the future.
I will get fat.
Oh my gosh.
So
Oh my God. I promised that one.
Right?
I promised that one. I think like 2 and something heavier. And you.
I think you should have promised me that you would, for our 15th wedding anniversary, you could still fit in your wedding dress.
I probably could because I had the ones that elasticated
exactly.
at the back.
Oh, right.
How about you fit in your suit?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I could probably fit in the tie. I think the tie still fits.
I was pregnant as well.
I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you did well. Right, let's have a little look over the comments. So look, this is basically just to say hello to you all. Sunday evening, I've had my roast dinner. It's nice and cozy outside. We thought we'd jump on and say hello, and just to let you know the news about Steph. And of course, if you wouldn't mind telling people sharing it around. Again, anyone that's going to get married, anyone with kids or friends, or anyone who wants to renew their vow. And this may be a sign, as I said, like Ron and Wanda, maybe somebody watching this is considering renewing their vows and reclaiming their love, which would be really, really nice. So let's just have a little scan through the comments.
I can't read that.
No, I won't go too far back. So let's have a little look here. Actually, I'll read this one real quick. The Woodmans, hey, the Woodmans, how you doing? Asked if you've had to learn any new languages to perform the ceremonies. So you can explain a little bit about, you've been concentrating on upping your Spanish, but
I have.
But go on, you answer. I won't answer for you.
No, I haven't needed to, but I would be always willing to, because especially Spanish. I think I could speak Spanish now, but not to that extent yet, because it's not Spanish that I use every day. Does that make sense?
And I think part of your appeal is, and I'm not running anybody down, there's only one or two, as I understand, celebrants at the moment on the island. One of them I know is Tracy Cutting, who's a lovely woman. So I know she already does it, but there's not an abundance of English-speaking wedding celebrants. Now, I think you'll travel all over the same way I do. If you're getting married, in England or Scotland or wherever, you'll come. But I think it's a string to your bow to be able to have an fluent English-speaking celebrant if you are English-speaking and getting married in Tenerife. So we've already got quite a lot of positive feedback about that. Would you say?
Absolutely. Especially when, again, you want the day about you, and you want to do it in your mother tongue, and you want to do it like everyone's involved, so everyone understands. I'm going to be approached a lot, obviously, by English speaking people. My apologies. But when it comes to a second language, no, I'm not quite there yet.
You don't know if would you be confident enough to perform a ceremony in Spanish?
Spanglish.
Our kids could.
Absolutely, they could.
Our kids could.
I think I'll be crying because they've been speaking Spanish on behalf of me.
The other thing we were talking about, with me being the entertainer, soul singer, and I do a lot of shows all over and weddings and that, to be able to provide a package where you are the celebrant, actually conducting the ceremony and marrying people, and I can do the entertainment. The other thing is our daughter Abigail, who's 16, wants to be a photographer. So she's going into photography. So maybe eventually we'll be able to add that to the package. Just quickly to just shout people out. Susan has said, "Evening, guys. You're both looking really well." She's obviously short-sighted, so should have got a spectator. And she wants to congratulate you.
Thank you.
Ali Bennett says, "Well done, Steph. What an achievement." The Woodmans say, "Congratulations." Paola, I think I'm saying that right, says, "Well done, Steph." Nikki, "Congratulations, Steph. Amazing news. You'll rock the new venture. Wishing you all the best luck in the world." Ron says, as I mentioned earlier, he and Wanda might have to renew our vows in Tenerife, which is the ideal.
That'll be perfect.
Ideal scenario. Ali says she can already see you're going to be amazing at this. Shirley's asked if I'm the Michael Leavy, the soul singer. Yes, I am. Shirley answered that earlier on. Then she said she's going to add ABC. I will just say this on here. I haven't said it on Facebook. Everybody's obsessed with ABC. And it's a good concept, right?
Yes.
The concept's good. And I'm not knocking the gentleman that puts it together. But I think he's only ever asked me once since it's been in existence where I'm working. And things change. And I can't always update him. And when I have tried, he's recently had health issues. So I hope he's well. Roger, lovely man. But he was in hospital for a time as well. It's unreliable, and what happens is people take it as the gospel that ABC's where entertainers are going to be. If you look, I'm actually at 2 venues at the same time on one night, so that's not even possible unless I clone myself. And I have recently had somebody turn up at a venue that I haven't worked at for 3 years, and they're still advertising it on ABC, and then I get
that's
nasty messages from people that we've come all the way down to see you and you're not even here. I don't work there anymore. And it's on my Facebook where I'm going to be every night. So I did suggest to Shirley that maybe she's better off looking at my Facebook rather than ABC.
He'll update that every single day.
Yeah,
every single day.
I always do. So aside from that, Ali really loves the idea of the sand. You know,
it is beautiful.
If you've got kids or grandkids, if you're renewing your vows,
get everyone involved. Whoever's personally involved with you, anything like that. Even when a person gets married.
Sorry, carry on it. James, I just read your comment. I'll read it in a minute. Go on.
Even when someone gets married, I'm nervous now. You know, if someone isn't there that you really want there, for example, we have a friend that's recently got married and we was there at his wedding. Unfortunately, his father passed away a month before that. And it broke us because he was very close to us, very good friend of ours. And it was really difficult to compose yourself, especially with their first dance and the song of their first dance. And we were like, oh, because it got us. And when a person gets married, if anyone wants an announcement, because when we got married, no one asked us what we wanted to say. No one asked us what.
It wasn't personal.
It was not personal at all.
No one even asked me choice of bride. It was like an arranged marriage. Dad turned up with a shotgun. So
I was not pregnant.
And he did tell me, I won't quote it exactly.
Well, I was pregnant, but that was with the third child.
But when I asked him if I could have his daughter's hand in marriage, and I will dumb this down a little bit, I will make it like less explicit. He told me, yes, you can marry my daughter, but let's change the word in here.
No refunds. That's basically what Dad said.
No refunds. So I don't care if you've got a receipt, you're not bringing her back. That's what he said. So that was nice.
Thank you, Dad. But yeah, so
Nikki Maskell, hey darling. Yeah, go on.
So when it comes to like, I really hope the celebrant who married them mentioned if they wanted their dad to be mentioned, because obviously he was meant to be there. It was a very, very important part of their day to have his dad there, and unfortunately he passed. And
so talking of proud, your mummy is watching live. So shout out to the mother-in-law.
So she heard me speaking about Dad then.
As is your cousin Tony. So
Tone.
Well. Congratulations. James Aslam has said, any chance I can stick the missus in a time capsule? To go back, James, or to go forward?
That's mean.
Evie Blue, Evie, how you doing, sweet? We ain't seen you on here for ages. Evie Blue, sounds amazing, Steph. Paola said, Steph, you're as bad as me without your lenses or glasses.
Oh my gosh, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. I know I need contact lenses, but I can't put my finger in the eye to put them in. I can't do it.
So Ali Bennett says, once you've created your webpage, I'll share it for you. So
thank you.
We'll put updates on here. We'll put updates on my social media on Facebook at Michael Leavy Jr. Soul Singer. So yeah, if you wouldn't mind just getting behind us. For anyone who's just joined us who missed the start, this is basically the good news that Stephanie's decided to finish her chapter in being just a solo. How am I wording this? Only being a mother and a wife and looking after the kids and being a housewife. And she's embarking on.
This is my next chapter.
Embarking on the next chapter.
This is now my next chapter.
Career. She's qualified as a wedding celebrant. We'll be doing weddings and ceremonies and vow renewals. So I just wanted to let you all know that. Let's have a little look on here. I want to make sure I shout a few people out. So hey Tony, how you doing? Congratulations. Wow, a family affair. That's a unique thing. That's what we think as well.
Yes.
Congratulations from Nikki Maskell. That's my old friend Nicola Brown.
Yes.
Known years, you know. Stella. Charlie. Hi guys, been a while. Nikki Maskell says, be amazing, Steph, doing weddings with my singing and Abigail singing and the photography. Abigail's going into photography as well. Stella says, just a mother. Keep you in mind when you get married again, family business. That's what that's what we'd love you all to do. Just keep us in mind if you hear of anyone, whether they want to get married in the UK or otherwise, or whether they want to come over here to Tenerife. We can arrange and put all these bits and pieces together, you know. So
it's who you know.
It's not what you know.
Not what you know.
It's who you know.
Right.
Look, listen, we won't bore you. There's still quite a few of you watching. Let's have a little look at the comments. Just join the channel. Catherine, thank you, Catherine. Looking forward to getting to know you both, Catherine. The pleasure's ours. Thank you very much for joining us. So yeah, just to reiterate, because I don't know. I know Paul De Silva's on as well. So shout out to my brother, Paulie D. Yeah, just to reiterate, Stephanie's exciting new chapter, freshly qualified as a wedding celebrant. So we're really looking forward to to giving this a push and you spreading your wings. And I said it privately, but I couldn't be more proud of you.
Thank
really,
you.
really proud of you.
I have a badge too.
Where's your badge? Is it to hand?
No. I put it away because I didn't want it broken.
And your certificate, yeah, your name. Yeah. Unbelievable. So,
oh my gosh. I know I was such a loser, but I was so happy with that badge. I was like,
so Paul De Silva says, great news. Well done, Steph. That's the nicest thing. It's the first time. First time he's ever said anything nice to you, isn't it? So yeah, look, unless anyone's got any questions about anything, let us know in the chat now. Any questions about Stephanie and her business, or the process, or wedding celebrancy, or even questions about Tenerife.
Yeah.
Or questions about me and the singing and the shows. We'll do it for a few minutes, and then we'll let you lovely people go back to your Sunday evening. But yeah, I would ask again, just while we're waiting for more questions, just to reiterate, really, once she gets her website up and running, she'll have her social media, Facebook or Instagram and things of that nature. You know, you'd be absolute diamonds if you could share that and just keep us in mind. First question's in. Paula said, Paula, am I saying that right? Is it Paula? I'm saying it right. No, Paula. Paula's saying, what will your company name be?
The Tenerife Wedding Celebrant.
Yeah, so the website will be the Tenerife Celebrant. But the thing for us is it needs...
Because celebrant could be more than one thing.
And I didn't know what a celebrant was.
No?
I didn't
know that the title. I didn't know that was the title. I wanted to know what it was, but I didn't know what the title was until we found out recently what it was.
I knew what a wedding officiant was.
Yeah.
Obviously, I knew the religious ones, priest and whatever. But I didn't know that the celebrant was the actual name. The actual name of the person that conducts the ceremony. So we wanted to get wedding celebrant in. We wanted to get Tenerife in for the searches, and because that's really your thing, being based here in Tenerife. But yeah, not everybody knows what a celebrant is. So we thought about it long and hard. So your social media will be the Tenerife Wedding Celebrant, which kind of covers all bases.
Yes. Because I don't know if I could do funerals yet. I'm a very emotional person. And a lot of people have actually asked me, maybe you should go into it. And I was like, one thing at a time.
Here's the thing. I know it's nasty, right? It's just between us. But more people die than get married. So maybe all that warmth and compassion can be translated.
Oh, I know. I think
into saying goodbye and celebrating life. I
think, like with that one, I'd have to. It's going to sound awful. What I'm about to say, and I know it says I might have to go to. Oh, I don't want to say it. Go to a few of those F words that I don't like, and
swingers parties.
You can't smell, and see if I can do it without crying, because I'm a very emotional person. Something like that, happiness. Lovely. But when I'm surrounded by sadness, it does get to me. It really does.
Your brand for the business is really lovely as well. Some of the pictures, colour schemes, your style, which people will see in the coming days on social media and the website. What was your slogan as well? You had a catchy little tagline, wasn't it?
Yes. Oh, I wrote it down. I forgot it myself.
Promotion.
Give me a second.
Is it your story perfectly told?
Perfectly told.
Your story
perfectly told. Yes.
Because
your story perfectly told. I don't know if you can do it.
I can get that.
I can't believe I forgot that.
Right, so I'm going to try to put my hand behind it.
Or maybe just turn down the brightness.
But that might be using my brain. So the slogans are like, and I think, you know what is
can you see that?
Really, really, really lovely.
Oh, it's still too bright. No, it's still too bright.
You'll see on the website and everything. But what's really, really lovely is I had never...
It's personal. That's what I love about it.
I realise I'm maybe repeating myself a little bit, but people have joined at different junctures. So I'd never had realised that, because when we got married, we picked vows out of a book. There was maybe 5 different types of poem, a religious one, and we just picked one that seemed the most us. I never realised that you can sit and write personalised vows for people, as you have done.
If you've never been given the option.
And not everybody wants a really stuffy, formal ceremony. And one of the ones that Steph did was for a lesbian couple, a gay couple that had been married previously and had found each other and got remarried. And they didn't want it stuffy. They didn't want the religious stuff. They didn't want the romantic stuff.
They wanted it fun.
They wanted it fun and quirky. And actually, you wrote that really well, because you sat and had several FaceTime conversations with them, and you catered around their personalities and who they were and their relationship. And you wrote things like silly things like, I'll love and support you forever, and I'll always be kind to you and patient with you, even though you always load the dishwasher wrong and things like that. And they were like,
and then literally in their vows, they're having their own little personal battle, and it actually made me laugh.
It was really good.
It was so funny.
One of them was a chocolatier, and can you believe that her wife, the other one, didn't like chocolate at all.
Didn't like chocolate.
So most people would be like, imagine your partner's a chocolatier and she wants to show you all these creations and taste this and taste that, and she was like, no,
I don't like chocolate.
I like cake, I don't like chocolate. So that was really funny, and the way Steph wrote it was really brilliant. So I think being able to have that personal touch is really, really good. But a couple of comments that I want to address. Your cousin Tony says, if you marry her, Tony and Tom, you can't cry. You're not allowed to cry. And she can also hear a holiday calling. Anyone else hear a holiday calling? Fancy coming to Tenerife? She said about how was the course. She wants to know. Let me just answer this. If you know, my Shirley's asked where I'm playing on the week the 16th of June. You're going to hate me, Shirley. We're away from the 17th of June because we've booked our first family holiday in 13 years. So I travel around everywhere with my job. Been all over Europe the last couple of years. I've been to Madrid, Barcelona, Porto, Braga, Paris, Hamburg, Bremen, Munich, all over the place, Italy. I only ever get to see the airport, the motorway, the hotel,
the venue,
sing at the venue, hotel, motorway, airport, home. So I'm always working. So, I've decided they've talked me into having a holiday. I'm a little bit of a workaholic as a husband and a father.
He has been hard work
and a provider.
To try and convince him to. He's even tried to cancel the holiday.
No, I didn't.
So we can go.
No, not cancel holiday. I talked about letting you and the kids go and enjoy yourself.
That's what I meant. That's a cancel. That's a cancellation in my book.
But people that are watching that are self-employed, you'll be able to relate to this. When you've got a family, you're a provider, the kids growing up, everything is an expense, right? It's not the price of the holiday. With a family of 6 of us, I mean, it is extortionate because it's the older kids now, 2 rooms, flight seats, everything.
And they're always hungry.
It's not even that. It's the fact I'm taking 8 days off of work. And when you're self-employed, if you don't work, you don't earn. I don't get holiday pay. I don't get sick pay like so many of you. So the conflict for me has been, we need a holiday. They deserve a holiday. I kind of think I deserve a holiday.
And you also need to get another certificate.
We'll talk about that in a minute. But I've also got a new qualification. It's not just Steph. We'll talk about that. All will become clear in a bit. But it's my guilt. It's my guilt that I'm taking time off work and missing 8 days revenue when I could be providing for the family. So, but yeah, I hope, I think we'll be all right. We'll get by. I just feel guilty.
You want to just quickly just mention the certificate and then we'll move on?
Well, I want to talk about, address the questions about your business.
All right, fair enough.
What order do you want to do it?
Whatever you want to do it in.
Right, so last time we were away, it wasn't a holiday, but I was working in England, and on one of the tours that we do, every now and then we do a tour up and down the UK. So we've done Scotland, we've done the North, Liverpool, Hull, and then came down, did the Midlands, Birmingham, Wolverhampton, then we came down to the South with his shows in the South. But between the Midland shows and the South, I had 5 days in between the shows. So we took the kids to like a kind of holiday park thing where they had like corny kids entertainment, and the kids had a lot of fun.
They loved it.
But as part of that entertainment, there was a parents' dance-off. Well, I'm competitive, so I decided if I'm going in it to win it. So the kids were little then. They were cheering me on. I was the hero. They loved to see Daddy's dad dancing. I was giving it a bit of proper go for it. I won it, didn't I?
I've got to find that. I'm going to find the photo.
First place.
It's got a certificate going.
Why not be the best? Why not be the best?
So now he said that he needs to.
You need to see a chubby middle-aged man doing a moonwalk. That's what you need to see. And a slut drop. So it's going to be Salau, however you want to pronounce it. We're going over there on the 17th. You know what? By the 18th, I'll be posting a picture up as reigning champion. I would have defended my title.
Children will go missing because they're going to hide. They have already said
Kids
no. They've said no.
They're going to be
embarrassed. Like, no. And I'll be standing there like a seal.
Which I think is even more reason for me
You
to
gotta-
go in
you gotta-
the dad's dancing competition.
I will be recording.
I always smash the sack race at sports day, right? I always win the egg and spoon race, right? Dad's dancing competition. I'm going for it. So, you know, I'm going to win. Nikki Maskell has asked, can you do weddings in the UK?
Yes.
Absolutely you can. And absolutely you
Yes.
will. And as much as you've got a niche being here in Tenerife and me here and us here in Tenerife, you would be silly.
But what a lot of people like is
So
whenever
like
you go over and do a little show in England, you're bringing a bit of Tenerife to England. And that's what I'll be doing. I'll be bringing a little bit of Tenerife to England. It's...
And maybe me.
Yeah, that's Tenerife. That's a bit of Tenerife to England because it reminds people of the good times when they see us and we have a laugh. And I'm majority of the time watch them get drunk because I'm driving.
Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, absolutely, you can do weddings in the UK, anywhere across, anywhere in the world, really. And the point is, somebody who's more local is probably a bit cheaper. It's the same with me singing. Like if you're, I do come to the UK for events, but obviously if I'm leaving my work here, my life, my family, and everything, and losing money in shows here, it needs to be worth my while coming over. It will be the same with Steph. You know, she'll give you a price, and it'll be based on you having to bring. I know she. You know, it would depend on her diary, and until her diary's full, it'll be worth her coming over, but you'd have to cover the flights, and you know, we'd work a package out for you. She'd work a package out for you. So Paola's made some really good points. First of all, she said she thinks it's a brilliant name, the Tenerife Wedding Celebrant, and she says, in her opinion, start with weddings. Just start with the weddings, and you get, you know, build your profile.
I 100% agree.
She did write something else that was interesting, but she's retracted it now. So, Gal Wood, we know. Gal says it's her and Rob's 25th wedding anniversary.
Oh, congratulations!
So why not consider when you come over? I know how much you love Tenerife, providing your health's a lot better now, Gal. We're sending you love. Why not consider you and Rob renewing your vows over in Tenerife with Stephanie conducting your ceremony? Oh, I think Paola's deleted it now, but she was asking a really pertinent question, which I think people would want to know. So she said, the way a priest conducts a wedding ceremony, this is a celebrant is like a non-religious person, officiant who conducts a wedding. So it's not a religious.
It's not religious. I do not do the religious side of things. I do not want to cross that boundary. I think that's a very different personal side of.
Although you can incorporate,
I can, but it would take me a lot longer because I want to study it. I don't want to play with something or deal with something that I am not 100% in control of. Does that make sense? That I need to know everything inside and out, because if I make one mistake, it would hurt me more than the whole family.
So Gal and Rob, consider renewing your vows over here with us in Tenerife. Stephanie will conduct the ceremony for you now. She's qualified and starting her business, the Tenerife Wedding Celebrant. And I'll come and sing to you in the reception. So Ali's wishing us a fantastic holiday. Thank you, Ali.
Thank you.
Shirley said it's a pity that I'm going to be away on my well-deserved break. What about the week beginning the 23rd? I won't be back to the 26th. I'll be back at work on the 27th. So off the top of my head, that's a Friday night. I'll be at Bojangles in Los Cristianos at 9 o'clock, and then the Colonial Bar and Costa Rica, Fania Bay area at 10:15. And then Saturday will be the 28th, I think. Whatever the Friday and Saturday is, I'm a little bit off the clock. Calypso Saturday Club, which a lot of people know, is a great afternoon in the sun. So that's that. And then you'll have to follow my Facebook, Shirley, so I can let you know where everyone is. Your mum has just awarded me another certificate. So she's giving me best washer upper certificate. So now that's wedding celebrant qualification to you.
Washer upper?
To one. Yeah, wash it up. Wash it up. Wash your upper. Wash your upper. So that's Steph, wedding celebrant. Put a bit of hard work in that. You know, not far. But I'm now actually dad dancer, right? Number one, and best washer upper. So 2-1 to me. So can we have a lot of praise for me? Wash your upper. One who washes up. A washer upper.
You don't do any of that.
Shh, well, don't tell your mum. She thinks I'm really good to you.
Yeah, it's the same way that you say that you hang up your suit.
Katie Spencer. Katie and Mike, you know Katie?
Yes.
She wants to say a massive well done to you, Steph.
Oh, sweet.
Catherine Vincent wants to know, do I live in Tenerife? She saw Michael singing. Yes, we do.
Yes.
Live in Tenerife with our family. I've lived here for the last 11 and a half years. I've been coming here working for a lot longer than that. Sammy, so yes, I sing here full time as well as all over Europe. And Steph, in case you missed it at the beginning, has just qualified as a wedding celebrant and is going to be conducting weddings here in Tenerife and across wherever you may be. So yeah, we're both here in Tenerife, enjoying ourselves. James says all the destinations was just me getting pie and mash. You know me so well, mate.
Gosh,
absolutely know me so well. I'm beginning to think I know who James Aslam is, don't I, James? So just word out now. Nikki, well, that's good to know that you'll do weddings in England. So I don't know if she's planning to get married or what. Right, again. So, let us know. Little private joke there, me and Nikki. Any other questions? Any other business from anybody?
I was like,
yeah. any other business in the chat? Any other questions? Any other interactions? Anything we can answer for you or talk to you about Tenerife or anything else? Anything else you want to say, wifey? Whilst they have the chance, do you want to just reiterate the key elements of the video for people that joined, because it's been really staggered?
My mind has gone a bit blank.
Would you like me to do a little round up?
Please.
So just to reiterate, Stephanie has just qualified as a wedding celebrant. She's going to be launching a company called the Tenerife Wedding Celebrant, where she'll be conducting weddings and ceremonies and vow renewals, both here in Tenerife and globally. But we just wanted to let you know the good news. I realised. I saw Aslam and I thought, I've got a mate with that name. Then I saw James and I was like, okay. And then the pie and mash talk and making me laugh on the wife in a time capsule. It's Az.
Is it Az?
Az, yeah. Yeah.
I
just said, I realise who it is now. He said, as if. So now I know. So yeah, just I'm really, really proud of Steph, and we're really looking forward to letting her grow the business and grow her profile. So if you can all do your little bit in supporting, we've been really grateful. But yeah, thanks. I think that's pretty much it, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Let's keep an eye out in the next few days for websites, social media, and everything. I will, if you're following my Michael Leavy Jr. Soul Singer page, I'll probably shoot you an invite for that, or I'll put a post up so you can see it. And yeah, we just appreciate your support. We appreciate you watching, and just more people, Katie and everybody now. Kate saying good luck and stuff. So
thank you
so much. Well, listen, we're going to love you and leave you and let you lovely people get back to your Sunday night. Just a quick thing. Loads of people have said, John said, oh, good luck, guys, to you. Thank you very much. Lots of people have said, oh, we're so glad to see you back. Both of you on there. So glad to see your videos, because I've put a few videos up recently on the channel. One about if Tenerife is losing its spark for you, or if the prices are getting too expensive, if the tour operators are pricing you out of coming over here, if you're worried about the horror stories and the bullshit in the media in terms of crime and pickpocketing and everything so dangerous and stuff like that. And so that's worth a look. And also I posed the question, would you live here? And I don't mean here in Tenerife per se. I mean, not in a tourist area, because my dad has just bought a farm up in the mountains and it's stunning. So beautiful. I've done 2-part video on that.
But scary.
Where it's all self-sufficient, rainwater harness, solar panels, grows his own crops, totally off the grid, and it's paradise. So go and take a look at those videos, because, yeah, again, I love it when people say, do more videos. You should do more videos. It's really disheartening when no bugger watches it. Because I did the first video in 10 months about Tenerife losing its spark. It got 5,000 views in the first day and a bit. And then I did the next video 2 days later, and I thought about saying to be really prominent, like, 100 views or something. So I do appreciate if you can watch the videos and interact with us, because then I feel like it's worth doing and feel like we're doing a good job. And if you could, I could be a pain and sound like a YouTuber now, which I'm not. If you could, like, at one point we had nearly 50 odd people on here. There's 34 on now. If you could just hit the like button, and when this video finishes, if you can leave a comment in the comments bit, not just the chat that you have, but in the comments bit, just wishing Steph good luck maybe, or something like that. The more you interact with us, the more YouTube tells other viewers about us, it sends it out on what's called the algorithm. It doesn't cost anything to like. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. Let me just explain this. If you hit subscribe, subscription is the wrong word. It kind of gives connotations of you're signing up for something with payment. To subscribe is just simply clicking the button that says subscribe, and it basically means that you follow.
And you get notifications.
You follow this channel like you'd follow a Facebook page. Yeah. Most of you that are chatting know that. Others that are watching this either live or retrospectively, if you haven't got a Facebook page, it is just as simple as just making a little account with your email. No more personal details than that. It takes about a minute, and then just hit the subscribe, because again, it builds the channel, and then cheekily, YouTube can stick some adverts in there, and I get paid a little bit from it, which is pennies. But I want to build it up. Plus, it sends it out to people. So if we're going to do it, let's try and do it properly. So like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you so much for watching. I just want to make sure that I haven't missed any comments or shout outs. So yeah, shout out as good love from Katie. Well done. Have a fab time on the family holiday, says Nikki. Be over in tennis soon. Your mum's waving. Gal say good luck, Steph, amazing. Catherine saying amazing. Look forward to seeing the videos from your dad's place. Yeah, go and have a look at that, Catherine, on this same page.
I'm sorry. I am screaming a lot. I really am scared of heights. I really am scared of heights. Ugh.
Derek's had a brainwave.
Oh.
Derek Walker has said you need a wedding marquee on your dad's land when it all looks beautiful. I tell you what, we've been to weddings like that. Stunning weddings. We did a wedding in Portugal, in Braga.
Yeah, and also in Mallorca.
And in Mallorca. We did a lovely one in Mallorca. Then we had to get a taxi right up the hills. And it was, Dad's view is better.
Your dad's view is divine.
Derek, I'll cut you in on the wedding venue idea.
We have to move the chickens out the way.
Could be the one. Right, listen, thanks for watching, everyone.
I said chickens and you done a gun noise.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for listening. Thanks for your support. Have a little look at the rest of the channel and help us grow, please. And we'll maybe have a bit more incentive to do that. Sharon Norton says, good luck, Steph. Katie says, take care. We'll see you soon. Love you and leave you. Leave us a comment after this is finished. Lots of love. Happy holidays. See you soon.